Okay, we see Rials in the setup position here as he gets his sign and then comes set. Not too bad in the setup position. His hands are centered. His feet are in good position, a little less than shoulder width apart, but he's upright. And he's looking at the plate. So he's in pretty good position here, but after this, we see quite a few flaws. One is he's very stiff out of the glove on his takeaway. Notice that his arm goes back stiff and straight, and he's very tight in the takeaway. If he's tight in the takeaway, he's going to be tight in the throw. So we want to have a nice loose takeaway. Also notice that this front foot swings, and he strides with the front foot, and because of this and him trying to keep too much weight back, he reaches with the front foot, and this leg you can see is straight at that angle, very severe angle. His body is at an angle. His glove is up in the air, very high, and his shoulders are tilted extremely. Also notice in the takeaway that he does not set the back knee. Notice the position of the knee there, and it remains there in the stride. So he's not using the legs, he's not using the back leg at all. This back knee should come in when he starts the stride to get loaded so that he can use the back leg. In the stride also, we want to keep the head between the knees, and we see here that in the stride his head is very much toward the back leg. Not enough weight shifted forward. As he begins to throw, he leans back. You can see his chest sticking out. Notice his head leaning backwards, and then the position of the arm for the throw. If you notice in this shot right here, we see that the ball is above his hand. The back of his hand is toward the ground, or the palm of his hand is up. In the backstroke and getting ready to throw, he should have the hand on top of the ball. Some of this is created, though, by the stride not using the legs, the weight not being in the right position, and leaning back. As he continues in the throw, you see that he gets no leverage off the front leg. He just swings the back leg around and goes right through the front leg and steps forward. And notice that his front foot is forward, his landing foot is back. And he finishes in this position. As we take a look at the frontal view, we'll notice all of these things, but from a different angle. You can see here that he lifts the foot. He pulls the foot underneath his bottom. The heel of the foot comes up. In this position, he should be lifting the knee. But because of the angle of the foot, we know that he's not doing that. He's lifting the foot. He's bending the leg underneath him. As he begins to stride, the front foot continues to operate, and if you notice, it swings around and he gets no leverage or momentum forward. The momentum forward is created with the back leg, and he doesn't use the back leg at all. He uses the front leg. And we notice that his landing is off center. This is very unusual. I don't see this very often, but he lands to the left. If he was striding on line and straight, his landing would be somewhere in this area. And because his landing is off and his weight is off in the stride, we notice that he is leaned to the left. His head is even out of the picture. He's leaned so far to the left. Also notice that he throws over his glove. We see the glove underneath his right armpit. And because of his positioning in the start and the stride, we notice that this right leg, right foot, just swings around pretty violently. And it can't help but do that because of the position he's in at landing. Off center, notice that the leg is bent at somewhat of an angle toward the inside, and it has to compensate for the weight that has been shifted to the left, which causes this back foot to swing around. So we've got, and you see the position that he ends in the delivery. So we've got a lot of work to do, but he's made some good strides so far, and hopefully we'll continue to do so.